Beyond the core products discussed in the last video, we also have a number of sophisticated solutions that are available in Azure for us to use in our applications. This includes Internet of Things services, artificial intelligence APIs, big data, and serverless computing. All of that we will talk about in this video. One of the things that is obviously big in computing these days is the Internet of Things. That's not going away. And the exam basically requires you to understand Microsoft does offer a number of Internet of Things services too. So if you have devices, let's say you've got your step counters that are feeding data over the internet back into Azure, you can use something like the IoT Hub, which is an Azure service, to ingest that. You can then support millions of records per second. A lot of, trying to run that on your own is going to be very difficult. Microsoft has services available for Internet of Things. Big data and data analytics is obviously a big thing. The Apache Foundation offers a product called Hadoop. It's an open source product. You can get most of those Hadoop services within Azure, and that would be under the HD Insight command, HD standing for Hadoop. Now, the last version of this exam wanted you to know about data lake analytics. Now, Microsoft has recently introduced a brand new service called Azure Databricks, and it's something that if you're working with big data, you really should be looking into. So basically, it's a centralized service where you're going to be able to pull in data from external sources, manipulate that data, if you're going to do some transformations on it or run some analysis on it, and then be able to create the pretty reports and, turn that data into something that you can use as business intelligence. And so all members of the team, from the technical side, the data engineers, the programmatic engineers, to the business side and the people who need to understand this data and take action on it, they'll all be using Databricks as a central place to view, manipulate, change, import, export data. As we go into the future, artificial intelligence is a big deal. Microsoft offers a machine learning services. These are under their cognitive services model. The machine learning service is going to be like Vision API, Speech API, things like that, language service. It would understand if you were to speak into a microphone, you can send that to a Microsoft service to interpret that, turn that back into text, and turn those concepts into actionable things. Serverless model is essentially the highest level of being able to just upload code. You can upload your code into functions or tie these functions together using a logic app, and you do not have to worry about the servers. Microsoft is going to handle the performance. They make you a performance guarantee, and effectively you're going to pay for consumption for these things. We can also talk about the service fabric being a serverless model, so you can divide your code into microservices, and Microsoft will be able to run those, distribute them. When performance slows down, it can basically spin up more services, etc.